All right. What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Nani, a podcast where we discuss all things anime right there. I'm your host, Knuckles, aka the latest in video games right here. Got my guy, Ralph, with me. And tonight, we're going to be talking about Fire Force Season 3. Just the first half. Just the first half. The first half just ended on Friday right there. But before we get into that, I want to talk about some little bit of news that we talked about on Saturday. But first off, before we start getting off, how you doing today, Ralph? How you doing, my guy?
Good, good, chilling. Been up
Chilling.
early as hell, but we're here. We're making it. Here to talk some Fire Force.
Before we talk about Fire, what time were you up this morning? What time were you up this morning?
4 a.m.
Dang, you still up, and
Yeah,
you didn't take any naps at all.
no
No
naps.
naps. No naps.
It makes it worse. Then I won't sleep.
I I know. Wait, so then, like after this podcast, you're gonna go straight to bed
Yeah, absolutely.
after this shit. But what time do you have to wake up the next day, though?
Uh, I don't have to be in until 7:30. Oh.
You have to be in at 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
So
Every
it's like you
day,
wake up at like 6 or like.
like 5 ish.
So then, well, guys, we won't keep my guy here up too long right next. I don't do that to him right there because as you get
Yeah,
older,
sure.
sleep is very important. Let me tell you
It
that
is.
right now. Sleep is very important as you get older. The moment you lose some sleep, okay, I'll say this. Damn that. The only time I don't get much sleep is because it's like I have anticipation. It's the fact that when the next day I'm on vacation, I barely get enough sleep for that. I'm just like. I'm on
I
vacation
know
right
you
now,
get all
dog.
excited.
Yeah, man. You're
I
like,
know.
I'm getting excited. I'm like, yo, my God, I'm up. I'm up. I get to work. I'm just like, dude, fuck all this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know
And
what
then
I'm
when you
saying?
get back, you're like, why did I do that? I want to go to bed.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
tired.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous, bro. But listen, well, before we start, right? I mean, I think we addressed this before many times, but like, I think now it's time to finally say that like we're like our parents. What I mean by that is that like the latest thing in hip hop with the whole Jim Jones and Nas thing,
Yeah.
bro. Like Jim Jones has mastered the art of clip farming. As my guy Gene said, like he has mastered the art of clip farming, and it's annoying.
Yeah.
It very is annoying. And remember, he said shit like this before, like years ago when he said like, "Why is Pusha T on like the greatest rapper list right there? Pusha T even nice right there." I'm just like, what is this dude
No
smoking
comment.
on?
No
Yeah.
comment, dude.
And then years later, he says, I smoke Nas. And like, here's the thing, right? As a rapper, yes, you're supposed to think you're the best. I get all that, right? When we talk about like the catalogs and shit like that, it's like, bro, Nas catalog is a way better catalog than
He
yours.
said
So it's
only
like
his first album was good, which I think is crazy work to say. But
a
I'm like,
lot
you
of
don't,
people
but he
say
doesn't even
that.
have an album that I could even recall besides like Diplomat stuff, but
Yeah,
he's featured on that.
and I'll get it. Like Jim Jones has been getting busy lately. I will admit that. But like the one song that I really know of, well, he's been busy. I'll give him that, right? But like his most popular song was "We Fly High," and you want to talk about influence right there. I mean, yeah, that influenced a lot of kids right there, but maybe a lot of white kids, maybe.
Yeah,
With
that
the whole
that song did
ball and shit
nothing
right
for
there.
me.
Yeah,
Bullet. Yeah, that's.
I honestly didn't like. I did not like that song to be honest with
I
you.
didn't either. I didn't care for that song.
But then when Jay Z, diss him right there, when I said Brooklyn, I'm like, I can go with that right
Yeah,
there. But
exactly.
like, but like, we're getting old, man, and like when I saw that one kid, that 22-year-old kid, said that Jim Jones was more like was like influencer than Nas, and it's like, okay, bro,
Wait,
let's do the math.
who is this kid? Because I've never seen it.
I don't know, but he's getting famous now for
I
this shit
gotta
right there.
see. I gotta see.
He's getting a lot of attention for this shit, right? But it's like
I gotta
he's
see
22,
this.
right? Think about this. Jim Jones got hot in like 2006 with We Fly High. This kid is 20 years old. So what? You were like 3 or 4 years old when the song came out. You remember that shit?
Yeah, I
like,
know.
you obviously remember that shit. Like, and then he says, "Oh, when I'm at a party, right? You don't hear when you're at a party, you don't hear people say, "Oh, turn that Nas on right there." And it's like, dog, like you're missing the point of hip hop right there. Just because this song is not playing at a party, does not mean it's not having any influence on the culture right there. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like Nas is a lyricist. There's not many Nas party songs, and I'll admit that. But like, when I'm at a party, that's different. Like, I'm not trying to hear lyrical shit. I'm trying to hear some, some like some party shit right there. But like influential lyrics and shit like that, yo, Nas got that on lock right there. Like my boy, like grew up in the wrong era right there, man. Like
Hmm.
I'm just like I don't know what it is, man. Like I really don't know. Like yeah, it is an aging in a way right there, but like the fact that you say Jimmy is more influential than Nas, you clearly don't know your history, bro. You clearly do not know. I
I
mean,
mean, like you said, it's sign of the times, but also it's the same kids that say Drake is the greatest rapper of all time, and who is Biggie, and who's Most Def, Rakim, who like
yeah.
Talib Kweli. What is that? Common
It, it,
suck.
it,
Kendrick sucks, dude. These are the
well,
same
that like I
people that
said,
used to say that.
like I said,
So,
it's clip farming now. Like you gotta say shit that's gonna like cause the attention right there. And I get it. You gotta put a game, but like I don't respect that shit because like at times people just say that shit because I say get attention. They don't believe that shit.
hmm,
They just gotta stand on that lie until
yeah,
until it gets played out. Like for instance, we talked about this before. That mall guy from the Rory Mall podcast. That's the biggest Drake glazer out there. Worse than
yeah,
DJ
he is.
Academics.
That shit's
Worse,
weird.
like
That
he's
shit's
never
weird.
admit when he's wrong right there. Like he has this obsession with Drake right there where it's like, do y'all have a relationship right there? Like, does he tell you like does Drake have information on you that you don't want to be exposed? I
But
don't know.
like, I see why Budden dropped him, cause like
Was it like a
it's
money
just
thing
the
though?
same takes over and over, cause they fell out.
Well, yeah.
Joe
Think about
Budden
this
and
too.
them,
Think about this too. That their podcast only got hot due to the Kendrick and the Drake beef.
and them saying inflammatory comments, of course. That's how that
Yeah. So I
works.
mean, you want to be Glaze and Drake right there. You should be thinking Kendrick too, because without that beef, your podcast's going to be where it's at right now. So let's keep it buck on
Hmm.
that. Let's get it back on that. But without further ado, folks, let's say we're 7 minutes into this right there. We're going to be talking about Fire Force season 3 right now, and this is definitely one of my hyped animes 2025 right there. And I gotta say, man, like the first half, I thought they did a good job right there. Like obviously, it's been a minute since we've seen Fire Force. How long ago was season 2? Like 2023 or 2022?
Probably 2 or 3 years. It's been a while.
Yeah,
I was
but
talking
like
shit about it the other day too on the last pod I did with you.
we really talking
Saying
like
how I didn't like season two as much.
yeah, no,
Uh,
season 2 was like season 2 was okay. Like I it didn't leave the best taste in my mouth right there. Pause. But like season 3 definitely like made up for what season 2 did not have. Like I
hmm.
would say the fights, the sound effects, the story, like everything's getting interesting. Like I said, the first part of the first episode right there, bro, they already like, arrested Captain Obi right there. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like
Hmm.
the White Cloud was making their moves like immediately right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, bro, like they took over right there. They persuaded Captain Burns to work with him right there. I'm like, bro, like already right there. I'm just like, damn.
Like to me this season is just it's a bunch of setup because the ending portion of it is just so crazy. So I'm really excited to see what they do with it. I
Mm,
know I was kind of complaining about like animation, but there's no need to blow a budget for like setups and stuff like that, you know?
yeah.
Um,
You
so
shouldn't. But like I said, I thought the animation was good though.
yeah,
I
I didn't
think
have a problem with it. I wanted a little more out of the show and the show fight with the one guy that controls gravity. I forget his
a
name.
fairy like
Sleta
fairy or whatever like
Fairy,
fairy.
Fairy, Fairy, Fairy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's which is a super broken ability. And didn't even I'm heating up the atoms in there. I'm like, I forget how like ridiculous some of the abilities are
It
like that.
really went into the whole scientific. I'm just like, bro, you're starting to lose it right there. I'm not calling myself dumb, but like you're really putting into a
It's
lot of
cool, but
science.
it's like stretching. I'm like, you're
I mean,
stretching,
yeah,
bro.
I mean, I want to see show and that guy go at it again. I really do because I feel as though like that really had like a good potential to be like a good fight. Obviously, I knew we were gonna get the like a whole fight right there because it was the last episode of the first half, but like it really had potential to be like a really good fight.
One thing I did love was at the end when he was talking shit. He's like, "You picked the bitch that shoots arrows." He's like, "You could have had me, son."
Yeah, so I'm
He said,
like,
"I could have
yo,
protected you, bro."
yeah, so I'm like, yo, damn, what's the message between y'all right there?
That
Like,
was so
well,
funny to
like,
me.
why y'all hating it? Like, why y'all hating?
I'm with him though. Like, you chose the arrow chick. Like, all you can do is hop on the arrows. Imagine if he had him controlling gravity around him.
I mean,
Like,
she did save him in a way in that fight, but it wasn't enough though. It wasn't
no, it
enough.
wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
But his
But like,
ability is so strong that like them together, it just would have like not made sense. Not
true.
only can I skip time, but then I control gravity on
My,
top
my
of
my
that.
my nigga right here controls gravity right there. So what you want?
Yeah,
I can
what?
stop Tommy with your gravity right there. Like y'all,
Yeah,
no, you're like what?
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
stop
That
the anime
doesn't
right
make
there,
it
man. Yeah,
doesn't make sense.
we dead. Like
Yeah,
we should have dead. So like, did you have like huge expectations heading into season three? Like, were there something that you wanted to see more? Like characters that you want? Like, okay, I want you to step up. Like, what were your thoughts heading into season
I
three?
knew so. I knew Arthur was his mini arc of finding Excalibur, which was fantastic because one, his family is horrible.
Yeah,
It
okay,
just
okay,
his
okay.
family's so bad.
We're bringing that up
So
right now.
funny.
Okay, we
So funny.
in the history of anime, we have the terrible parents awards right there, right? Arthur's parents have probably had to be the worst parents of 2025 right there.
Mm-hmm.
You just abandon your son, young son, just randomly, right? Not only do you abandon him, he finds you. Y'all have more kids.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
y'all got more kids right there. Like what the hell is? And you leave him again.
Yeah.
Like what? Like yeah, all of his parents had to be the worst anime parents of 2025. I don't know if anyone's being that right now.
Yeah, I did see a lot of memes about that, like how terrible they were.
He
I
didn't
thought it was
even care.
hilarious. He's just a complete moron, so it doesn't matter.
It's like
But
him going. It's like I want to find my dad, even though he abandoned me. And I'm
yeah,
just like,
they're like the king
hey,
and queen are here. He's like, what? He
mom.
said king.
Like nigga,
um,
they abandoned you, dog. Like,
one cool thing and one detail I totally forgot was his dad had like some fortune telling ability, and he called
yes,
everything to the spot T, which was
yes.
like a gag, but like not in a way. I didn't see how because it doesn't. I don't think it's gonna come up again, and I don't think. But I just found that kind of weird and funny. I was like, is this supposed to be like funny? The fact that he literally called the entire world ending exactly how it would, and then he abandons you again after telling
Yeah,
you,
it's like the delivery, the timing. Like,
yeah.
okay, you might be speaking some facts right there, but it's like we just now see you for the first time in like how long?
But
Like,
I did think it was the best part about it was that they made it into an RPG. So he's like asking the
yeah,
townspeople,
yeah.
and they're like, "You got to get the Orichalum." Like that's some like Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, you Ultimate Blade. You have to get the Orichalum and do all that stuff.
The only issue I have with the whole RP with Arthur finding Excalibur was like once again the time because it's like that first half of the episode he bought and learns and sings about the whole human combustion thing right there. I'm like, damn, bro, like I kind of want to see more of that. And now the second half, it's like, oh, let's get Arthur right there. I'm like, well, damn, like I would like the better if that was the start of the episode, not after a half where I'm just like, oh shit, Sister Sirme right there is like fucking foul, bro. Like the timing of that was just like, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, so typically an episode of anime is 2 chapters.
Yeah.
So like sometimes when I see weird breakdowns and I like reread something, I'm like, oh, so like they just wanted to change. plot devices just to not go too deep into it. And when you think about it, they're doing it like weekly. So like
Hmm.
coming up with it on a week and they're probably like, I gotta get back to that. We're getting
Yeah,
deep. Like I gotta save some of that. So there's like
exactly. Yeah.
awkward breakups in between the pacing and stuff like that.
Mm.
Um
Very awkward. But yeah, oh yeah, back to your question. You were talking about Arthur, Fine Excalibur, and the season 3 right there. Sorry to cut you off on
mhm.
that.
Well, no. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. I totally forgot it was an actual sword. And I
Yes,
thought that was so dope. I was like, okay, this is fantastic. And it looks really cool. But
it
like,
does.
if they do this right, the Arthur Dragon fight will be historical.
Round
I,
two.
I hope. I hope. Because there's a lot of crazy stuff that's about to happen and like it could go one of two ways. It could go down goaded and then we get a announcement that they're remaking Soul Eater, which I'll just lose my mind. If they actually
That
go like,
that was an April Fool's joke too.
was it?
Then when they about some doing the whole remake of Soul Eater, yeah, that was a joke. April Fool's
Oh
joke.
my god, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Oh my god.
I know.
I
I
just
know.
want to see more Black Star. He's just ridiculous. So like I was thinking about it. I don't know. Everyone's got to be descendants of someone and I don't remember anything, but him and Black Star just remind me of each other because Black
Arthur
Star
and
is
Black
such a
Star.
yeah, because Black Star is such a retard. He's a complete idiot. But when he wants to get serious, he can get serious.
Hmm. Black Star and Arthur.
But Black Star is mad cocky.
Like I was saying,
That's
Black
why
Star
I
is
love
really,
him.
really cocky. He's
That's
like
why I love him. He's like, I'm the
really
number
cocky.
one ninja in the world, bro.
I'm
Nobody's
gonna, I'm gonna,
touching
I'm
me.
gonna be, I'm gonna be God. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Yeah, I'm
exactly.
gonna be God. Like, yeah, I don't know how much more cocky you get right there. Like,
Yeah,
I
I
say,
know.
Black Star say, I'm
Seriously.
him. I'm
Yeah,
him.
he really
Like, I'm
says
him
that.
right there. But you were saying that back to Arthur and the Dragon, you said like it in the manga it's a really good fight.
Yeah, I mean,
Round two, right? Like not the first. Like they're gonna fight again. Like that's okay. Even though
that's a given. That's
that's a
not even a
given. Yeah, that's a
spoiler. That's a
given.
given.
Yeah, that's a
He's
given.
got a. I did love though how they did, um, Dragon. How they showed him being like so unstoppable that even Benny Maru was like, "Yo, that
Yeah,
dude is strong as fuck." Like,
that's Benny Maru saying that right
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Well,
and
well,
he
wait, well, here's the
doesn't.
thing. I thought Benny Maru was like one of the strikes me out there until I saw that fair guy. I'm just like, okay, well,
I still think Dragon's way cooler,
no, no,
but
not
like,
I'm talking being broken though, like being
oh
a
yeah,
broken
yeah, yeah.
character.
It's a broken ability, but like, he seems. I don't know. I don't like. Is Dragon human? Not human? I mean, he can't be. Did they mention? I feel like they mentioned that, right? They're like he's both at the same time or
Yeah,
something.
he didn't like
There's like a weird comment
he
about
showed
it.
like his form in a way. I'm just like, well,
Mm-hmm.
bro, because I don't know, these white clad people are they are odd people. Because remember, we have Yono's demon form, devil
Mm-hmm.
form, but like, is that Yona disguising himself as a human right now? Like, I don't know.
I mean, yes, I would imagine.
So
Well,
can Dragon?
not Dragon. No. I think Yona and Dragon are different.
Okay, okay,
Dragon's just like trying to kill shit. He's
yeah,
like Kaido. I don't know if you know who Kaido
okay.
is from
Yeah,
One
okay,
Piece. Yeah, he's
yeah,
like
I know.
Kaido. He's like he just laughs and he's like, "Yeah, let me kill somebody. I'm trying to kill something." Yeah.
Yeah, he was destructive. He just want, yeah, that's why he did want to kill her, right?
Yeah, he's
But
just
like,
pure destruction.
but I'm not gonna lie, man. I did like finish watching season 2 right before season 3, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch any of the trailers. I wanted to be like completely
Completely, yeah.
shocked, but I did hear heading into season 3 that Squad A are going to be looked at as the criminals. Going to be looked at as
Yeah. Take
ones
that
like
as
these
you
people.
will.
Yeah. So I'm like, what the hell's going on right there? I'm like, oh shit! You mean to tell me like end of the night done for all y'all right there, and now y'all gonna arrest us right there? Like,
I
but
mean,
that
they've
was
always been the
yeah,
revolutionaries slash,
yeah. But like,
kind
but
of.
bro, I would be pissed if I help y'all out. That y'all want to arrest me right there. I'd be like,
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
Like that's what I'd be like that, yo. I mean, help me on
Yeah.
that, yo. With that rest right there. So like I said, I just thought like they were moving quickly right there. So,
Hmm.
but I said like my thoughts had into the thing. I'm like, okay, they're gonna be arrested. That's it. Like I didn't really have like any expectations. I'm just like, okay, hopefully no, they'll be better in season two. Um, yeah, like I didn't really have that many expectations because, like I said, I didn't really look at the trailer. I just finished watching season two. I'm just like, okay, what's gonna happen? All I just know is, it's the final season
Hmm.
of Fire Force, so it's like, okay, hey, you got to end this with a bang right there. And like I said, I feel as though the started off really, really well, and also, I mean, we are talking about this before with you talk about madness, and I'm like, okay, madness, and I'm like that Jaime, which that ridge that she was going through right there, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on right there? Like,
Hmm.
well, then again, that was happening at the end of season two.
Yes.
Now, beginning of season three, right there, this shit is painful. Like, all these voices in her head right there, like,
Which is enough to drive you mad, you know what I
yes.
mean? So like that central theme of like Shinra being the level-headed like goal. I want to have like a central theme that you're chasing, but then like the chaos. But there's a duality in that, and I think that's kind of where they're going towards. But I like how Maya's character. I think it's a good villain,
Oh yeah.
and the other girl Inca. Just the fact about the White Clad is like they are your typical religious zealots, but there's also like an
Yes.
aspect of fun that they have to it. Like they're enjoying this in a good way.
I mean, bro,
Like they're having fun with it.
this leads to my next part. You think they must have loved having Captain Burns on their side right there? Because I'm like, yo, y'all persuaded arguably the strongest fire user to be on your side right there. Like Captain Burns, like I said, the trailer apparently, we see Burns and Shimmer fighting right there. I didn't know about that, but like actually, now I think about it, in season two, the second half is the intro. You see, Shinra and Burns about to get ready to fight. Well, I'm like, well, I
Hmm.
didn't really get that all in season two,
Well,
but now
he's
we
been
gotta
hating him since day one. He's been dodging questions from him. He never told him what happened to his mom. He never told him about his brother.
just see that I
And
haven't seen
like,
season one in a minute right there. So it's like it's all
yeah.
like kind of forgot about season
But
one a little bit.
but the fact I know you said they convinced Burns. I looked at it as like and kind of based on his dialogue when he saw the evangelist and what he said, he was like, I have no explanation for what the fuck I just saw, but I have to believe that. Like, because in his backstory, he's been praying every day.
Like
And
a
then when
guy like
he's,
always
yes,
praying,
please show
bro.
yourself in some way. And when he saw that, he's like, I saw what I needed to see. I'm good. I'm with y'all now.
But,
Like, and
but
it's
do you
even at the end, there's still something that, like, because I find that fight very underwhelming. Even when I read it, I was kind of pissed off. I was like,
the
because
Shinra and the
Shinra got
Burns fight?
mollywopped. Shinra got mollywopped. There's no way he was going to win that fight at all. And then the other guy, Burns, just sat there. He couldn't even throw a card. He was just like, keep going, young
Joker,
man.
Joker,
Keep going. Or
Joker.
Joker,
Yeah,
yeah.
Joker,
Joker's just
Joker.
like, I'm the dark hero. I'm like, you're the nothing hero. You're not helping. We need you to do something.
Yo,
Like
he really
Captain
could.
Obi's about to get bit up, your boy's about to get bit up, and
Yeah.
you're just standing there smoking. Like, do
Wait,
something.
so are you saying that the manga fight was better, or just the overall the fight was
I
underwhelming
just
between?
overall, I didn't like that part because one Cinder wasn't nearly as strong enough to do much, and Burns just kind of sunned him. I mean, like he didn't really defeat Burns. You know what I
He
mean?
couldn't move. Well, like I said,
He,
he said at the end, "Why didn't you move from my attack right there?" Like Burns
mm-hmm.
was just standing still. For me,
He was like the new generation needs to take.
it's it was more for the willpower, like the willpower of Sheer, which I like the fact that towards the end he used the blue flames because when you're like close to death, was it, or you're out of flames
Mm-hmm.
or like that, you gotta use the blue flames. Which I would say the animation and one thing that Fire Force does really well are the sound effects.
I
Their
love that.
sound effects,
Boom, like whatever
exactly.
that. I
Even when the
love
whole
that
like
sound.
dueling and shit like that, like they have some really good sound effects right there. Like
Yeah.
you gotta get credit for that for in
Hmm.
Fire Force. But in terms of the fight, I will say this though. I are you coming from the point where it's like you feel so sure it's like it's too soon for you to defeat a person like Kevin Richards because it's like, yeah, you had trend, but it's like it wasn't enough trend to like heavy defeat the strongest fire user out there. So you really think it's like it's too soon to defeat someone like that.
Not that it was too soon, but he didn't have as much as enough at his disposal, which will be expanded upon later, which will make everything trivial. But it just kind of like I just wish he had more like attacks. Like he was going back in time with show. And I'm like, dude, I kept finding myself be like, do something else. Like this isn't working. Like, please go faster. Like, he keeps saying I'm gonna go fast, and then he does his little hand sign. And I'm like, bro, that's not working. How many kicks are you gonna throw? Like,
Especially when Joker said, "The longer we keep fighting, the stronger he becomes."
So I'm like, what are we doing? You're just powering him up, and then eventually Burns is like, all right, I'm good. You got this one, man. Take over for me. And I'm like, what?
I'll need to rewatch that fight then from that perspective right there
Mm-hmm.
because now I'm just like, well, dang, Ralph, I thought it was a good fight. Now it make me rethink everything right now. Yeah.
No, I liked the Arthur fight though. I liked
Even I, that was a good fight. It was
because
good, even though
Arthur
he
showed
lost.
up, one shotted where everyone was struggling. Which,
Yeah,
okay, what's the cat girl's name again? Takamaki.
Tamaki. Hey, she at least she did something. Because I would say, okay, can she do something? Just being the sex symbol right
Shonen
there.
and their female characters, bro. I'll never
Oh,
understand. I'll never understand.
she won a fight at least. Okay.
But with her ass out and nails and screws, come on. Like, it's just got to be more. All that training you did with the two cat girls and chasing them for a season, and like, that's it. You're like, heat your ass up and throw some nails at her. Like,
She threw
what?
nails. Hey,
She threw,
she
or
did
she
what
threw
she did.
like, what
She
was it,
threw the nails
silver or
at them.
something? Or
What was the name? What was that
they,
character's name? Was it Gold or Money or something like that?
yeah, they heated up
Yeah, they heated up the
like
glove right there,
silver or something.
the
Yeah,
gold, and then yeah, they heated. But I will say though, how she died was pretty cold blooded right
it
there. And she
was
was like,
the
they melted. She's like, wait, and then bop. I'm like, and the guy's like, huh? I'm
that
like,
was
God damn,
sick.
that was cold
Yeah, that was
blooded.
sick.
I'm like, damn, they
That's
shot a
one of
head
the
like
few
that
times a bullet can like do something to someone. He
in
was
an
like, "No, I'm not gonna
anime.
let you finish."
Yeah, in an anime right there. She's like,
Yeah,
no need to explain. But it's like, nah, you die right
nah, you
there.
dying. You
And the
try
guy's
to
just like,
kill her.
wait, what? But then,
Yeah.
like you said, Arthur did have that nice entrance right there of like
hmm
killing that one guy. I'm like, see, first of all, how you gonna let your boy left alone like that over there?
I know,
Yeah, that's
but to me, the Arthur fight was better because like one, his opponent, you could tell like the power difference,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Arthur didn't care. But
His
like I
imagination.
know, yes, and I know Shinra was like trying to do what he had to do for plot purposes, but Arthur's fight to me was just like more of his character. Like, okay, I'm just gonna keep going, and then I mean, he lost confidence at the end when he broke
Yeah,
his blade and everything, which I feel like happens to a lot of sword fighting characters. When
yeah.
that blade breaks, you're like, oh shit, I'm
Yeah.
fucked.
But also too the fact that he's a knight, this guy's a dragon. It was the perfect
It's the
scenario
ultimate.
for it's like this proves my worth as a knight right there. And as
Yeah.
crazy as it sounds, whatever his bigger his imagination is, the stronger Arthur becomes. Like, yes, he's
hmm
an idiot, but it's like my imagination is my power.
Which
That's what
is
you're looking.
such a broken ability.
Yeah,
Such a
yeah.
There's a few
Imagination.
characters that use it, like in Bleach. What's the guy that fought Kenpachi?
Oh no, you know what I'm talking
Gam?
about.
No, not Gammy.
You're talking about
Something.
in the Thousand Blood War,
The
right?
Stern Ritter. Yeah, he summoned the
Yeah,
meteor, and he's like,
yeah,
you
dude,
can't
that
even imagine. But then you waste that power, and Kenpachi's like, bro, you can't even imagine how strong I am. He's, which is very cold
dude, that
on
was very
Kenpachi's part. That's wild.
yo,
He
that
said, bro,
is
you can't even
wild.
imagine
Imagine how
how I'm about
strong.
to whoop that
Yo,
ass.
I'm about to say, yo,
I
that
love that.
that's bars.
That's one
Yo,
of
you
my
can't,
favorite fights in
you
the entire
you
series.
can't
Kenpachi doing
imagine.
that.
Yo, I forgot of
Yeah,
yo.
it's so dope. I
Can't
love
imagine how
that.
strong. Yo, that's cold, dog.
That's crazy.
That is cold. How about you ain't shit pretty much?
Yeah, exactly.
Nigga, you ain't shit. Like, you ain't shit right there. All right,
Not,
all right,
yeah.
all right. But okay, you gotta admit this part's funny though, right? Captain Obi with him flexing on the fucking bug right there. That shit was funny
That
right there.
was
Like,
funny.
if that's not motivation for me to go to the gym and work out right
Yeah.
there, get by like that, because I get flex on these niggas right there, like, yo, like, that shit
So
is funny.
I was like getting a little pissed, but then I'm like, I remembered, I'm like, this show is mad goofy. Like
Yeah.
besides the very end, which is like just crazy,
Yeah, yeah, we'll get to
but
that too.
like it's very, very goofy. And they're like
Yeah.
clapping for him. They're like, yeah, you got this shit. He's like, oh,
Yeah, yeah.
oh.
So
After,
let's be real. Like, but people cheering on me look right there. You like to
oh
flex on
yeah,
these
you
right
got
there.
the,
Like, especially when you got girls saying how good you look right there with your shirt off and shit like
yeah.
that. Yeah, like, what was gonna feel themselves right
I
there?
found it funny at the end. He was like, "Man, I almost died." It's like,
I was
what?
like,
What?
wait,
What are
what?
you talking about,
What are
bro?
you
You was
talking
having
about?
fun. He was
Yeah,
having fun out there.
you were loving it. You're on the
Yeah,
weekly magazines and shit like that. Y'all do
exactly.
the monthly covers
They're
and
like,
shit like that.
we have a calendar, by the way. They're like,
It's just,
what?
and it's just like how
Who
much
gives
does it
a shit?
sell? It's like how much does it
Yeah,
sell? It sells great, actually.
yeah. It's fucking
It sells
hilarious.
great. Now, after that fight, after the streamer fight, we have to, that doppelganger, killing Burns. But okay, the whole praying thing, right? That Captain Burns does.
Hmm.
This is why I feel as though, and I don't mean to be controversial when I say this shit. This is why I feel as though religion can just be too crazy, dog. This is why, like,
Yes,
I'm not the biggest believer in religion. Now, if that's your thing, that's it. That's not for me right there. Because, like, oh, it's always God's way. God, God,
hmm,
God, God, God,
yeah,
God, God, God. Which it relates to real life right there. Do you have people that's like, you know what? I just like to pray. It's all about
hmm,
God, God's will. If it ain't about God, it's nothing, right?
yeah.
Burns, the guy was just too stubborn, stuck in his old ways. Like, it's all about prayer. It's all about guys. Like, bro, Do you not know what they're trying to do? They're trying to make a great catalysm right there. They want the whole
But
world to be burned right there.
but that's the whole point of it. The whole point of the fight, the whole point of the character is he was so immovable in his faith that even when he knew everything around him was fucked up, his faith was strong enough in something that was inherently a devil that he doesn't know, but
Mm,
he has to keep his faith. He can't question it. That's the whole paradox with Burns. It's like, and that's what frustrated me. It's like, man, I really wanted to see you grow from that, but
yeah,
that would have been an ally that's it just would have tipped the scales too much. Sometimes you just can't be having like all the goats on
overpowered.
one team. Yeah.
Yeah,
So they had to make an example, but I did like him for that aspect of his
I
character.
like.
It's like,
Oh yeah, I like him as a character. Like, I really do like him as a character. But you just said that, it's like, okay, yeah, like,
mm,
it makes more sense now. I
yeah,
do
and,
like
like
that.
that's why he didn't move during like you can't shake me, like show me. He kept saying, show me,
Yeah.
like show me why I need to do this. Show me why you're better than what I have." Yeah.
Will you say like he was kind of like motivating Shimmer at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Like he wanted his
He's
generation
like,
to take
shake my
over.
faith, like show me why I this what I'm doing is wrong and you're right, kind of thing.
Mhm.
So, which
Now
there's a cool message to it. It just execution wise, I wanted more,
you want him more,
but
which
I still, it's not terrible.
Ralph is a harsh critic. Everybody right there, like
I
he,
am a harsh critic.
yeah. I
I
don't blame you,
am.
dog. I don't blame you.
I
Especially if you read the
am.
manga and shit like that. You're like, I need the delivery to be better right there. That
Yeah, because
motherfucker
like
keep playing with me
when
right
you're
there.
reading stuff and it's just a picture, like you have to think about it more because it's just like reading a book with pictures. So I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe this what this is about. But when it's moving and they're talking, you're like, wait, why does this matter? Why doesn't he move? But
Mm.
the reason I say that is just because I've seen so many criticisms about that fight, and I'm like, y'all are missing the point.
Oh, about
The point.
the Shinra and the Burns fight.
And
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
people are
wait,
like,
wait.
that sucked. That was anticlimactic. I'm like, yeah, it seems that way because the anime doesn't like it didn't go that deep into
But
his
wait, were
backstory.
you just saying that you didn't like the
I
fight that much
was.
either? Well,
I
I'm like, wait, what are you
was.
doing? Like,
I
but okay,
was.
Ralph, come on, man, don't do this to me, dog.
No, no,
Like,
no, no, no.
like,
I'm
what's your,
okay.
what's the difference between your critique and their critique? What's the difference between yours?
My
Okay, because
critique is simple. I just think it should look cooler. Their
okay,
critique was
visual
like,
presentation wise.
yes, yes, because to me that's such a pivotal point in the story. And like I just think they could have gone a little deeper. Like it's to do a one-to-one translation of a manga to anime, I think you should always sprinkle in a little something extra. Change it up a little to show a little more depth. And
Hmm.
like the random backstory and then like the kick is just like it kind of took me out a little bit. But the
Hmm.
message was still there.
Okay. So
So,
visualize. Okay, okay, I
mhm,
can get that. That I can understand that.
yeah.
Now, after the fight, the whole white clad pretty much ambushes them. You have, Benny Rar coming, with this little mask or like that. But the main part I want to get into is when Dragons was scared to attack him, and Marty's like, I will try to control the fire right there. The fire from actually like, yo, I can't control this shit right there.
Yeah.
And then that sound effect from Sis Iris right there, it just said everybody. And the scientist was like, yo, what the fuck she just
What just
do?
happened?
Yeah. Like everyone's like, oh monkey, you can just like, yeah, I didn't think I was
No.
either. And then like the
But
scientist is
why
like,
wouldn't he speak up? I was like, bruh, say something. This is important. Don't let her
I
take that dub. She
well, I think
obviously did.
well, I think the thing is though, had he said that was Sister Iris at that point right there,
It would have
the
been like,
white
what the
clad
fuck?
or
Yeah.
white clad could have been like, well, they knew it was Sister Iris from the start, but it's like
You're right.
that would have been like a bit of a
Yeah,
so much going on right there.
that's a
So
good point. That's a good point.
yeah, but yeah, I'm like, okay, sister, like, because how many pillars do they need? Was it how many do they need? Was it
Yeah,
nine? They need like, is it 8 pillars or nine?
it's 8.
It's eight. Okay, it's eight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, because now, because you think, because honestly, this whole entire season, the White Cloud was had everywhere, right? Because every single time, there's an article, like every single time when Squad 8 thought they had an advantage, White Cloud was two steps ahead of them because now another pillar has appeared. Even though they escaped from Benny with what happened with Benny Amaru, like they still have everything set for them right there. Because now a pillar has been activated right there, and it's like, oh shit, this is Iris, because like we were talking about this before. She shares resemblance to that Amaterasu girl or some shit like that. So I'm just like, obviously you read the manga, so you already know what's going on. So I'm like, okay, there's some.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting observation there. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Oh
That's a
my god.
that's a crazy one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
just
don't I
like,
don't understand okay, so I was thinking about this. So Inca can see the future, right?
it
Only the
has to be has to be
absolute
guaranteed. Like it has to be
guarantee.
guaranteed. Yes.
So they know everything that happens, or she should.
Well,
But
go on.
she's on their side, yeah, because she wants to have fun, which
Yeah.
I thought was
She
such a
wants to
lame
die.
reason. When they tried to get her in there, she was doing all this. She's like, "Nah, I just want to have fun."
And just
I'm
think about this
like,
too. Think about this too. They want Eagle to join the squad eight. That would not be good.
"No, that would not
Her
be good."
personality. That
Oh, lost you there. Technical difficulties. Hold on. Technical difficulties. All right, I'll take a little sabbatical here.
All right, sorry everybody, I got disconnected. I'm back.
All right, we're good. I had to get a drink.
Apologies, y'all. All right, what were we talking about again? Like, we were talking about
Inca joining
yeah,
Squad 8.
yeah, that shit was not gonna work out though. But before getting Inca right there though, when you know when her travel to the past after the whole Bible burns, rest of be right. We get to Hibana, you know, going back to
Yes.
the church of
Hmm.
where like to explore that combustion happened, right?
I
And
love
her
that.
that was a
That
gruesome
was good.
that was crazy right there because she was looking at like she started looking at the doppelgangers like what are doppelgangers? Like I was like, yeah, what are doppelgangers too, right? So she's in the church along with those other two guys, Burns his map. I forgot their names, but she sees Sister Seminary right there, and like everything starts piling together. Cause like, yo, shit, y'all were feeding this adult insects right there this whole entire time, and she also mentioned that um, human combustion is coming from like a demon from the Adola world. Wait, you shaking my head no. Like
Oh, no,
what I
no.
meant.
I got the shivers.
Well, we're like a human and their doppelganger, which is like their devil or demon form in the Adola world. When they merge with one another right there, that's when the human combustion happens.
Hmm.
So it's like this sister was, feeding these young girls these adult insects right there. I was disgusted right there, but here was my thing. I must have missed this. She's feeding them the adult insects right there. How come Iris and Ibana were still like okay then?
Well, think
I'm
about it. If Iris is the eighth pillar,
oh okay.
yeah, Hibana awoke into being a generation user. I forget if she's second or third. I don't even know what her power is anymore.
She's definitely not a second. No,
Liking
that's
Shinra and having money, is that her power? I forget. Like,
uh,
like, but no, I thought that was really cool just because it's setting up the history of it. And then, of course, you see sisters. So they do the fight and everything, which the fact that they got out of that,
they got
so
lucky.
lucky.
They
So
really got lucky.
lucky.
She
She
was
was
getting
about to
ready.
toast them.
She was about to so like by that time
We
like they couldn't get close to her.
no.
They couldn't get close to her right there. She was way too just like y'all about to and like that sadistic smile she had on her face right there. Like
Mm-hmm.
so like girl, lady, you were like it feeding kids these insects right there. You had like no heart whatsoever right there. Like that was just bro, that was foul, dog. Like
And on a small tangent, if you notice, well, watched and read a lot of different anime and manga, but there's always this theme of religion or organized religion being bad in some way or form, or like God. I think about every RPG you play. At some point, you're trying to kill a type of God or like something like that. So this like follows kind of that like trope of Japanese media. I don't know what it is. It's something I'll have to look into. But just like with the church and everything, and like the secrets, and they're using them as experiments and for this higher purpose. So you either kill it or become it, or just like the evangelist,
yeah.
is like the God that everyone follows, but it's evil. But is it evil? Because you don't really know. I don't know. Um, it's just interesting to like they always question like absolute authority kind of thing. But sister Sumire and like so the experiments were all the little girls. They were all
No,
in class and
that
best
was
friends.
creepy. That was just creepy.
Yeah. And like Yeah, they're feeding them the bugs and everything. But then those two were the only ones to survive. Now,
Yeah.
it seemed like they had bad blood in the earlier seasons,
Season one, like Sister One,
right?
season one, like
And
Iris.
I was trying to think, I'm like, for what? You survived a fucking massacre
Now that I
together.
think about that, yeah, what was the like?
What
It's
was
been a
that
while since
about?
season one.
Yeah.
I forgot now.
I'm
Yeah, cause
like,
like,
if you went through that event with someone, y'all should be like this.
yeah,
Like you grew up to, she was your little, like, were you just jaded at the fact that that happened and then you abandoned her? Or like,
we blaming it
do
on
you
her or some shit like that. Like,
exactly, like, yeah, I was thinking about that while watching. I'm like, why did you be such a bitch to her the whole time?
I don't
Like,
even know.
yeah, it doesn't really go into that. It's just kind of
I,
strange.
I maybe I gotta look it back to season one. I don't know. I gotta look
Yeah,
back in that, but no,
but I mean, she's a smart character for being able to put all that together.
she is.
She's always been the investigator
She
of the
has been.
series. She's
She
always
has.
found out the big plot points, or like she just has like a hunger for knowledge. She's
She
always
has.
trying to figure out.
But
But I
also,
love when she found out, and Sister Sumai was like, "Yeah, you're not supposed to be in here. You always putting your nose in shit you ain't supposed to
yeah,
be." in."
like oh dear, oh
She's like,
dear,
"Oh dear, now I gotta
yeah.
kill you. Why can't you just go
And
back to where you came from? Leave this shit alone."
well, thing was, well, also this too. It's like, what is sister? She said 250 years ago. It
She's a
failed. Like,
demon.
yeah,
100% she has to be.
yeah. Oh, because
I
it's
don't
like,
even know at this point, honestly. I don't remember or know, but there's something because she spoke to someone. Remember when they
yeah,
went into a dola? What
yeah.
was that thing?
The
It was
black,
like,
the black dress, that black, the little black.
yes, it
That was
was
the
like,
one. That was the one lady that gave Shinra that power to move about in a second or whatever in season
I
two.
forgot about that. I
Yeah,
need to rewatch season two. I
yeah.
should just rewatch everything, honestly.
It is. Yeah, at this point, yeah, But yeah, she gave Shira the power to move in like a second. That's the only time she. That's the only time she can give him. Now Shira's like, oh yeah, no problem, I can do that.
Yeah. Okay. So she was like, you're meddling and shit.
Yeah,
Like, okay, okay. So she probably was a part of it back in the day and
most
was like,
likely.
I don't like where this is going.
Well, she
this
could be
this
like
shit don't seem right.
she'd be like Yona. Yona was like killing people, manipulating people, and in the religion and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She'd be like
No,
him right there.
no, that
It-
makes sense.
It's kids, but yeah, like I said, they were lucky to leave with their lives right there because
Yeah,
yeah,
they were.
they're
What
because I
is it?
was
Her subordinate like broke through the ceiling.
yeah, like broke
He's
through
like,
the
"Did
ceiling
you
right
just
there.
say you needed my help?" I'm like,
Yeah,
"Man, really?
you, the dude
Simpy
thirsty.
ass bastard."
he thirsty for it right there,
She's
and
like,
then
"Nah, I
that
don't need you, you piece of
yeah.
shit."
Yeah. And then yes, we did talk about the Arthur's parents, the RPG and everything like that. So I guess we kind of run into like, like the last couple episodes right there when they activated another pillar. And I gotta say this though, when they activated the other pillar and when Shinra tries to stop Juggernaut from like killing that Kaiser,
That shit pissed me off so
I'm like, well,
much.
damn, bro,
What are you doing?
we gotta do him like that, like,
Juggernaut's like, let me charge up as strong and as hard as I possibly can. I'm gonna kill this in one shot. Shinra's like, oh wait a second. I'm like,
and
what are we doing?
yeah, that was just like
But then they
anti.
end up blowing it up anyways.
First of all, who knows if that blast was gonna hit the guy? It was gonna like kill the guy.
I mean, that dude is strong.
Juggernaut is strong, he is,
Juggernaut
but
is
like,
when he charges up, he's a beast. So
that's true, that's true.
Shinra was out cold.
Yeah, that's like, well, okay, well, bye, sure. It's the last two episodes right there, and it's
Yeah,
like he's
and
gonna be in
then
a sideline right there.
everyone's favorite creepy office worker. He's like, listen, man, I need you to go get that kid or your pay is docked. He's like, man, you ain't shit, but I gotta do this
Yeah,
anyway.
yo, can you pay my?
Shit was so funny.
He was like, you gotta protect me. If you don't protect, if I get scratched on during my on my thing,
He's
you're
like, did I ever tell you that you not shit? Like, he's like, did I ever tell you that your paycheck will be docked? He's like, yes, sir.
yeah, yeah. Yo, and he's all smiling and shit at the same time, like
Hmm.
smirking, never like not a changed attitude at all, right there.
No, not at all.
Like he knows. I always no. He's basically like this. He's basically like this, sir, right there. This what he was.
I own you, nigga.
That's what he was. Yes, he was.
Yeah,
That's what he was there, right
it really
there.
was.
That's what he was. Like, yeah, bro. But he's like, oh man. But I will say, when he was whooping the Kaiju's ass right there, it's like, oh, you're weak enough for me to enjoy this right there. I'm like,
Bruh.
oh,
Did I think he was gonna have the best animated fight in the season? Absolutely not.
no,
Am I glad he did? Yes. That gave me
yeah.
a whole new perspective on how dope that character is.
He's
He
al-
was
he's
some.
always cool, but just creepy.
I mean, that fight though. He was just like chilling with
Y-
the smoke. He's like, I'm gonna put a little
Yeah,
here, put a little there, put a little there,
yeah,
like, and then the scythe, and yeah, that was
yeah.
dope.
Like I said,
But
when he's fight,
um, shout out to the black characters. That
yeah,
boy
yeah,
came in on the
yeah,
broomstick.
yeah,
He got all lit. He had tattoos and shit. He's like,
yeah,
"What's good?"
yeah. And he knew that Shira was not their enemy
Exactly
too.
from the
Because like
from the get.
Shira Skolade is our enemy right now. Shira is
Yeah,
was like, did you not see what's going on right
and he
there?
blew that whistle. He was like, "Can you shut up?"
Yeah,
Like,
I know, right? That shit was funny. Like that shit
yeah,
was crazy. But no,
that was
the
crazy.
kaiju was. But here's the thing: now that they show the kaiju, now the pillar can be activated right there, which is not a good sign. And then we get to the Adola link, right? Which, oh, by the way, I also did like the fact that Show, like Shiro did do the Adola link with Show for a little bit, and now Show is like Show wants to find his brother because before Show was like, "Yo, fuck you" and shit like that, but like now it's like he's
He didn't
slowly.
know.
Say what?
So he didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't know. Yeah,
Hmm.
now it's slowly starting to get back to him, which I was gonna give respect to Arrow. Arrow was like, wherever you go, I'm gonna protect you. I will say they got some loyal motherfuckers right there. Like,
But which they all say. But what's the guy's name again? Fairy. But Fairy was like, Yeah, I would have been with you, blah blah blah, but I wouldn't have let you do this." And I was like, "Huh? So not all of y'all are undying devotees. Some of y'all
eh,
putting some, because I took that statement as in like I would have not let you do this. Cause Show was like, you don't have to come. Like I'm about to fuck some shit up.
yeah, he
Yeah,
did,
she
he
was like,
did.
"Nah, I'm coming." He's like, "I don't give a shit if you come or not, but if you coming, then we going." So let's roll.
Yeah, that's right. It's like,
If we rolling, let's roll.
like stop following me right now.
Yeah,
I
she's
shall
like,
follow
"Nah, I
you.
can't do that." Yeah,
Yeah, I respect it for that
I
though.
respect that. Yeah, I like that. If
I
you're
res-
someone's guardian, you guard them. That's what she
yeah,
should have done.
even if it's not in your best belief right there, my whole goal is
Hmm.
to protect you right there. Even the one guy, the one
Yes, he
black
made a
guy,
comment.
he what would it say?
Oh no, somebody was. I thought you were gonna say somebody said. I don't know if it was Fairy or somebody else where they're like, or maybe Show said it in like his head. He's like, we both know something's up. Him and the arrow chick. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
was it? It was the season, right?
Yeah, it was this dude. Somebody made a comment, or if it was Show, I have to go back and see. But he's like, we both know something's up, and our devotion isn't like 1,000% kind of thing.
Show
Kind of
said
like
that.
yeah, she did. Okay, because kind of like, see, yeah, something's a little off with this. Like, we were just people that didn't have a place to be, but the rest of these people are like whacked out into this. That's why she
Really,
was like, okay, I'm gonna roll with you because,
really whacked out.
yeah, really,
Really
really
whacked
whacked out.
out. All right, so speaking of whacked out, so let's go to Yono. How like he came from the Adola world into the human world right there, kills human. But what I found so interesting is the fact that he said that humans will believe made up stories. I thought that was
Another
very
thing,
very well
yeah.
done. 'Cause yes,
Hmm.
humans because Charlemagne
They
the God
love a
said
good story, is what he said.
yeah. Also, Charlemagne the God said this. I know he's not the best favorite person out there, but he said this one quote: "Nobody cares about the truth when the lie's more entertaining."
Hmm.
And that's what it was this whole religion thing that like he got people to believe like yo like people that love religion right there, would you recommend them Fire Force? Would you recommend the Fire Force?
No,
I don't think I would.
no,
I don't think, yo, you religious, don't watch Fire Force, y'all.
yeah,
Because y'all about to be pissed the fuck off right there. But no,
yeah.
like, he was giving more people. He's got the Adola Link girl, which resemblance to Iris, and then the whole Holy Soul Temple right there. I'm like, yo, like, also, hold up. Somebody put this as a comment on my TikTok right there. Let me see this right here. Let me pause it right there. Basically, as she said, Yona was more or less doing a mission from Adola, the evidence to fully engulf the Earth into a second sun. Today, they ruled the dimension as well, since the first catalyst didn't work, did not have enough
Mm-hmm.
pillars. And
Yeah,
he said he is controlling how they think by spreads
the
fake
Holy Soul.
into religion. But the people were not able to speak up for themselves as they didn't know what to do after the world burned to ash. So they
Mm-hmm.
found the only human to give them something to strive and live for.
Exactly. He said
I
they
mean,
needed a leader. Yeah. And that's when he
yeah,
went and was like, that guy looks like he can lead someone. And then
yes,
he killed him and took his face.
yeah, and it's just like, and the person's like, I mean, Hama on the other hand can control people. Yo,
Mm-hmm.
Olis Saga Nuts. Well, that didn't even sound right saying that, but shout out to you on my TikTok right there. Like, you came on the facts right there, and like, and also, actually, no, I'm gonna say this for I'm gonna save this for later right there. But yeah, like people not having someone to believe right there, your whole world just pretty much die right there. We need somebody to believe in right there, being very, very smart manipulates everybody right there. Does control starts the Holy Soul Temple right there. And I'm like, bro, and the thing is like this. Is that Yono demon devil form speaking, or is it like a human form right there? I don't know. But he looks creepy enough already.
It's, I think it's just a pure devil. But how it was able to take the form, I didn't really understand. And I
well,
even rewound it and
no,
was
no.
like,
When he killed the one guy, he was able to have manipulate his face
Raphaelis the
right.
first.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe the person he's acting at right now, he probably killed that person or whatever.
So through time, he's probably been all the Raphaelises.
Yes.
Because the old man was like being weird when Burns saw the thing,
Yeah.
and then they're like, actually, we're gonna collab with the Holy Soul.
Yeah.
And the old guy was like, yes, absolutely. Section 8 is traitors. I'm like, okay, that's weird. So
Yeah.
it's probably him the whole time.
Very. Yeah, it probably
Yeah.
was. So now let's get to the last part of the season, right? When Shinra and Inka are in that Adole link right there. And before that, Inka did see something before she was sure that made her look nervous. She's
I
always
know
shy.
she was blushing.
Oh yeah, she was listening.
She said, her guardian was like, why are you so happy? She's like, I don't know, I might be in love or something. And she's like, what? She's like, yeah, you weird, but I'm weird too, so whatever. Like,
But no, that was before that episode right there. There was something else that she saw where it's like she didn't explain what she saw. I think it was in episode 11, I believe,
mm-hmm.
where she looked kind of puzzled in a way. But nonetheless, though, she did meet up with Shinra, and let's go look at the past before the Great Cataclysm right there, right? They go into the past, bro, and it was not what I was thinking right there, dog. Like
I
it was.
was I was so
Uh,
excited because I had forgotten that. And reading that, I'm like, am I looking at photographs? I'm like, am I looking at the right? I was like, what is
yeah,
this shit? It was just pictures of Japanese people in
yeah,
like Shibuya Station. Like,
yeah. Like once again, like I'm seeing this in my comments right now, and I said I don't care what the manga, but I was looking at my phone watching this episode and looked up and was very confused. Like I said,
yes,
nah, for real, had to double check to make sure I was reading the right manga.
exactly. Saying the same
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
What
what
just
the
said the
hell am I
great
reading?
Wilbur said the Great Cataclysm turned their world 2D due to the corruption and changed reality as they know it. It's meant to be Arrow rather. It's just an Earth setting. I'm just,
Hmm.
bro, like I was just like, I don't smoke. Am I high right now? Seeing this shit, dog? Like, I would be going crazy too.
Yeah.
I'll be going crazy too right there. Dog, like he went into madness seeing that shit. Like I really
Hmm.
thought, shit, I'm like, yo, am I looking at the right shit too? Like black and
Yeah.
white Tokyo, like dog, like
He
I
was
would
like, "What are these?" But like,
things that look like human beings.
yeah, and in my head, I'm like, "Bruh, we are human beings." I'm like, "You the weird one.
you
Like,
know,
you're the trippy
oh,
one, not me.
you're
They look
you
like
don't
me.
exist.
What do you look like?" Like,
You don't exist.
yeah,
You
exactly.
don't exist. I'm real.
You
You're
you
fake.
you talking a big game right now, talking about something that
Yeah.
look like humans.
Uh,
Have you seen
this is
yourself, son?
this goes way beyond when Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner went to their worlds right there. Nickelodeon. This
They
is like
swap.
way beyond that right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yo, dog. And then next thing you know, he wakes up three like was that 3 day like 3 days or 3 months?
3 months, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
blonde
three
hair,
months. Got a ton
piercing,
skip. Yeah.
and five pillars animated right there. Like, and also in that same episode, sister got that Adola link. That's bro, but that sound effect was pretty dope too. That
Yeah.
alarm sound effect was pretty cool. You saw like that crazy iris figure right there, like dog. Like it just told me so many questions. But
Yeah. They definitely picked a great place to um, end off at. And I didn't expect that, which what made that. It's almost like there's kind of a sense of like cosmic horror. Because the evangelist is like just this being and you don't know what it is, and then you have
yeah,
like multiple realities, and like, are you even like a thing? Are you a
am I real?
construct? Yeah,
Like
are
what?
you even real? Like that. That's why I love this series, and I think it's so dope. Like, yeah, it's gonna get good.
Do you feel as though this made up for season two?
Yeah, because I like world building and lore dumps and stuff like that. I didn't care. Like, I don't need everything to be super actiony. Not everything has to be Jujutsu Kaisen. Because in the end, Jujutsu Kaisen is punch kick. Even though I love it, there's a
And
lot of
confuse
punch
and
kick.
confusing power scales when they explain their
I
powers.
do no, I like that because of Hunter x Hunter, and he's a big Hunter x Hunter fan. I like the like deep power explanations because it's not like Goku where it's like my
Oh yeah, no,
Kamehameha
I don't
is
want.
like,
Yeah, I know. I like that. It's just like it can be definitely confusing at
oh,
times
it
too.
definitely can be confusing, and like it will get even more confusing once the
Yeah,
narrator pops in. But
yes, I know that for a fact.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I love that. Granted, their powers aren't like crazy deep by any means, but the world itself is deep, and it kind of recontextualizes how you look at everyone and what it all even means. Like the first cataclysm moved from our world to an animated. Like, it's just like it's like fourth wall breaking.
That's all about is
Like what the
say.
fuck?
That is some
You
for.
broke the fourth wall with actual human. Like those are real world people. Those weren't like fake people. Those were motherfuckers walking the street in Japan. Like,
But do you think that was such a good idea, a twist to show that type of thing right there, where it's like you have a 2D animated character exploring like the 3D world or breaking the fourth wall into like
so
human
that's
inhuman.
not. This isn't the only story I've seen to do
I'm
this.
pretty sure it had to be done again. I'm sure telling
It's
me this is
been
not the
done
first time we've done
before, and I don't remember if the manga was Homunculus, which is a really weird read. Don't recommend it for the faint of heart, but
it. Okay,
I don't even want to talk about what the fuck that shit's about. But
it's
I'm pretty
not.
sure that did it, or something else had done it in a similar way. Um, but yeah, it's always really trippy to see it. But you don't expect that in a series like
You
this at
know,
all.
that would be the last thing I expected. But when you say that's a good thing though, like don't be wrong, like you never expect it, but it's like to go that route though. Like I'm
Hmm.
just like because now we're all confused. Like we're all like because, great. I know we're all different. We're all kind of the same opinion right there, but I feel like everyone was like, "What the hell did I just watch?"
Mm-hmm.
It was like a confusing cliffhanger,
Mm-hmm.
which I liked. Like I'm for that. Like I
Yeah.
am for that right there.
Yeah.
Like it's not the end that you expect. I'm just like, bro, like it just worked for me. I can't really explain it.
Yeah. And I'm almost so like in the manga, if I remember correctly, I read that chapter and then it went on like a 2 month break, and I was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!" I was like, "No, you cannot, you cannot." And I forgot about it for a while, and then like the ending had already. I saw the ending in 3 chapters, and I like speed read it, and I was like, "Holy shit, this shit is crazy."
All right. So now let's like next question. Without spoiling it, what can we expect in part two then? Without giving us like
So
we already
I
know
don't know. Are they finishing everything in the next part?
they should be. They said this is the final season. They said.
No, in 12 episodes, is that possible? There's too much going on. They're gonna cut. I don't know.
That's what I'm
I don't
saying. There's
know.
a lot. Yeah,
There's a lot to happen.
because
I need to go back and
Fire Force has always been 24 episodes in their seasons. But yeah,
yeah.
can you get everything done in 12 episodes? You might have to go speed. You might have to speed
There's a lot of fighting. A ton, like the action is dialed up to 12. If I'm remembering correctly, this next season will be all the people that were bitching, me included, and that we wanted season one fights. We're gonna be sick of fighting. So there's a lot of fighting, but there's also that ending, man. That ending is gonna be insane.
and
Uh,
also you also gotta ask like what does Shinra do because he's chained up. Like he is chained up, and they said Shinra, you done something that they should have done. So because like I said,
it's kind of coming back to me, but I don't know. It's right there in everyone's face, but you're just not looking at it right.
okay, because my thing is this. Inca says you'll love me, and I'm like, I know that might sound dumb, but it's like,
Oh, don't
the
worry
Ink-
about that. Don't worry about that.
okay,
That's
it was just a little funny right there.
worry. Okay, so we're thinking about Shinra and the whole other beings thing. There is something. I mean, it's kind of clear if you look at it what it could be, but it also I don't know. I don't want to spoil
Is
anything.
it one of those moments where it's like, oh my god, why did I see it from before right there? It
Exactly.
was
Yeah, you're
right in
gonna
my
be
face.
like,
Like, is it like it's
obviously.
like it's like a good surprise where it's like, wow, bro, I actually missed that because like I kind of
Mm-hmm.
like those. I'm just like, bro, it was right in front of me. I didn't see it
Yeah.
right there.
Mm-hmm. But um yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it'll be done in 12 episodes. Maybe I'm like tripping. I need to see I want to see what chapter it leaves off of. What
Because the only fight
chapter?
I know that's definitely happened is Arthur and the Dragon. Like
Oh, that's gonna be to
that
me.
that's
That's
a,
the
that's
best fight of the series.
that's a given.
That's the best fight of the
That is
series.
all right. That's a given right there. I already know that. All right, cool, cool. We just gotta see what happens right there, man. Like shit. Listen, I thought they did a good job having. And I said cliffhanger was bound to happen. Like anytime you have like a first half of animes right there, yeah, that first part is gonna end in a cliffhanger right there. So, like I said,
Yeah.
I'm excited. Oh man, we gotta wait till 2026. But at least, we know we're excited for one anime in 2026. Actually, no, I think Hell's Paradise come back in 2026 too. Maybe they're both arriving in the same month. I guess
Yeah.
that will be sick. Fire Force
So
and Hell's Paradise in the same month.
it ends at chapter 216, and there's 88 chapters that are yet to be animated. You're telling me they're gonna put 88 chapters? Oh, I guess there's still a stretch because typically they do 52 chapters per season. So that leaves off another 36 chapters.
So how
So
much
they're
chapters?
condensing shit.
So how much chapters are into one episode then for an anime?
They're cutting, I guess. I haven't read it in a very long time, so I don't remember. Which makes me want to go back and read the last season just to see if I missed anything.
I kind of want to go back
There's
to
a guy on YouTube with certain shows, and he does missed content. It's fantastic, especially
like missed contact, like things that
for
we
like things
missed.
that are cut, that they
Oh,
cut out, and it adds a lot of. So I watched it all for the Mushoku Tensei because I didn't read the light novels.
mm,
He does it for Don Machi. I don't know if you're a Don Machi fan. I love Don Machi. But he does it for ReZero, but he'll just talk about what they cut in the anime. Just
mm.
because it's just so long, you can't fit everything.
Yeah.
Your budget's only so much, blah 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 blah. Blah. But yeah, I'm gonna go back and read for when we do the eventual end of the series. I'll have to do that just
Yeah.
to put some context. But no, I'm excited. I mean, 2026. I not in a million years did I think it was gonna take that long. When you told me that, I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" Like what?
I mean,
So
yeah.
I'm sad. I'm really sad. I was just starting to be like, okay, this is the Fire Force I remember. I'm into this, and then I didn't even know that was the last episode. I thought they were gonna go straight 24,
No, last one.
and then I was like, wait, what? We don't get another one?
Hey, but think about this. We got Dandanon like next week.
Really?
Dandanon comes out like in like July 2nd or July 3rd.
I'm excited for Lord of the Mysteries.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna, I was
this
just about to ask you
weekend.
about that. That I'm hearing like good things about this.
That's gonna be good.
I'm hearing good things about it
That's gonna be
because like
good.
I made like a list because okay, by the way, guys, next Tuesday, I'm gonna be back here again, talking about the first half anime from 2025 because we'll be in July next week, and then talk about animes that I enjoyed, and then second part of the podcast we'll talk about animes I look forward to for the rest of 2026, 2025 right there. But yeah, the Lord of Mysteries right there. I'm hearing some good things about this anime right there. Like Chinese animation right now, I don't know what the fuck they are smoking on.
Something in the water.
Like
Something in
they,
the water.
like bro, like they
Where
are.
are these budgets coming from? I mean, are they
No.
just like, oh, Americans like this? Okay, we can do it better. like, yeah, we can do it. I think we can do that better.
I mean,
I
you got
mean,
Spear. You
you
got this.
got gaming with like you got Black Myth Wukong. There's a bunch of other Chinese games coming out that I think look fantastic.
There's some other game. This anime called the Super Cube, or
Super.
that.
I haven't seen that.
I can't. I don't know where to. I
I
don't
don't
even
know where to
know where it's
watch it.
on.
I'm gonna find it.
I need to find where it's on. You
You're
got
right.
Spear or X going on right now.
Yeah.
Like they like. I mean, you got solo leveling going on right there. Like these, even though that's not Chinese animation, that's South Korean. Like these motherfuckers are like, I don't know what they ate. Like I don't know what they were on, like what they drinking right now. Like it is just wild though. But the Lord of Mysteries that comes out on Crunchyroll, I believe. So
Yes, it'll be on Crunchyroll
that
and
will Crunchyroll
like
right there.
9 languages or something.
Yeah,
That's how
man.
popular it's gonna be. They're like everybody's watching this shit.
Yeah,
Like,
honestly, that this could be a lot of people's first time watching anime right there. These Chinese animations right there. They're like Japan. We're taking over right now. I mean,
hmm
Japan has like a catalog right there, but like right now though, with Chinese animation, I mean, shit, dog. Like y'all eating,
yeah,
y'all eating for real right there. But yeah, but
yeah,
glad you brought that because I'm like, yo, does I know about this anime? I'm pretty sure he does, but like I said, I'm hearing so many good things about this. I'm just like, all right, man, like let's get it, let's do it right there. So.
yeah.
Yeah, man, we have another half of 2025 to go, and I'm excited right there. But yeah, I think we wrap this up. Like I enjoyed season three of Fire Force. This first half, part of me does want to rewatch some of the old episodes so to be like, what did I miss?
hmm
Because it's been a minute since I've seen season one.
Yeah.
I just recently watched season two, so that's in my head right there. But I feel so season one, it's like I gotta rewatch a couple of things from season one.
Well, even the guy that had stars in his eyes that Shinra first fought at the end of the first arc, Sister Sumai mentioned him. She was like, "Yeah, he was a good boy, just a little rowdy or something like that."
That one guy that was like all like
He was like the scrapper.
yeah,
Uh, him and Shinra were just blow for blow, duking it
yeah.
out.
Mm.
Um, yeah, His boy was the guy that had the trumpet with the
Yeah.
ice powers. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, yeah. Quickly before we go, what besides Fire Force, what have you been watching?
Fire Force. I've been watching My Hero Academia Vigilantes. That was pretty good. Obviously, To Be Hero X. Just finished watching Windbreaker season 2. That ended on Thursday.
Mm,
I've been watching Lazarus. I've
I
been
dropped
watching.
it.
What's up?
I said I dropped Lazarus.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Yeah.
Go Go Loser Rangers season 2. Man, the first half of that was cool. Now the second half of the season 2, it's all over the fucking place right there. Like nothing. I'm like, wait, how did he survive? We're gonna just get past that. I need more information right there. Like, what the fuck's going on? Like, they said that the manga is very well paced. This one, it's like it's all over
They
the
have to
fucking
cram
place.
shit. Yeah, that's why sometimes I'm like, sometimes it just doesn't translate well.
I'm just,
It's one of those things. And
I'm just
watched the
like,
first
what?
season, but the first season to me, after because I went back and read it, and I was just like, I just rather read it at this point. I just like you said, the pacing was a little better.
Yeah, I mean, I like the
Um,
concept, and I'm gonna say that that's not very popular as well. I've been enjoying Lazarus for not the reason you expect it to be, and I get why people dropped it. It's very well hyped, so we know the director, the creator behind it right now. But like, I just like the message and sense to how this relates to the human world right there, how we really are towards us, towards other human beings, of society right there. In terms of that, yeah, I know there's not much action. A lot of it just like nothing's going on right there, but like I think there's a deeper message into this anime right there, and like the next episode is the last episode, so I'm gonna see how it all ends from here on out. So I'll touch base on you on that. But I need to watch the Apothecary Diaries season 2. I watched season 1. Season 1's really really good. I highly recommend that. Okay. Let me tell you about this before we get out of here, right? Um, I'm scared for solo leveling,
why?
and because this is just my thoughts. I don't think winning an award means shit. Like, okay, you win an award, cool, right? But solo leveling won Anime of the Year at the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. You have a lot of free run fans. This is based on season 1. This is based on season 1, not season 2. It's based on season 1. A lot of Freeman fans are like going crazy, like, nah, man, F this, blah, 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 right? And like I said, I don't think and win an anime award means like, you're better or above everybody, right? Now, in my honest opinion, I did not see Freeman's, I can't really speak on that, but like,
It's
I,
fantastic.
I heard it's really good. I heard it's really good, but
I
like,
forced myself to watch it, and I was like, okay, I get it. It's
I
really
mean,
good.
out of the categories I've seen,
But
I love Kaiju number 8. I will definitely give Freeman a chance. Well, I know.
oh,
Okay. I see the first episode of Freeman. Very sad first episode, but I will watch the rest of it right there. But it's like everybody is like they are really hated on Solo Leveling right there, and it's like, but it's
well,
like
it's even in our video we talked about. I said the same thing. It's your average male power fantasy or a farming. I mean, it doesn't. The story does get a bit deeper, a
it does
bit, a bit.
a bit.
And honestly, the upcoming seasons, it's just gonna blow more people out of the water. It's gonna be around for a while if they keep up with the animation and like do what they're doing. It's not going anywhere. You're gonna have to
Like I
get
said,
used to that
I'm
one.
I'm happy for its success. Like it's breaking records. I get it's not the most but well, right now it's the most popular anime out right now. I would say like not in terms of like I'm not saying it's better than One Piece. I'm just saying like popularity, sort of the new generation. They're drawn into that. That's cool and everything, but it's like anytime now, I feel as though it's like so Love is at the point right now where it's like if it does well, people are gonna be like, well, fuck, man, fuck Solo Leveling right there. Like all this new generation saying like, oh, see this shit, it's doing well, but it's down to third.
But
It's
people are missing a giant. aspect of it is it's shonen,
Yeah,
and most people like
sure.
shonen,
Yeah,
which is battle shit. They wanted.
yeah,
We are now dumbed down. There's no more plots as much anymore. You could just look at the comments on anime. That was so boring. It was so boring. I'm
yeah.
like, there's no world building. Like a lot of the world building from the manhwa, because I read a good chunk of it, is cut out. A lot of backstories of random characters that just kind of humanize the world that it's
Mm,
in is cut out. So then you get this formulaic, the dungeon's red, I gotta go in. The dungeon's red, I gotta go in. And like, that's not really the story of it.
mhm.
There's more to it, but they got their target audience. That's what they want to see.
And that's it right there. And like, hey, let them do their thing. Like, and I get, it. Like I said, there's no world building, no like character development right there, really. But it's like, hey, man, let them do their thing right there. Like, if that's where it's gonna be at, then that's going to be at right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is what it is. Like I said, it is just me. I'm happy for any anime success. You never don't watch that certain anime. Like, I don't mind it. Like, I don't think an award determines like who you really are. It just comes to the fan base right there. But like I said, you got a lot of people right there, especially like I said, especially the young kids. They want to see the flashy, cool action stuff right there. They don't really care about the whole story and behind it right there. And
Mm-hmm.
like I said, Soul 11, they found their audience right there. I'm like, hey, I'm still watch it. I fuck with it. Like, I don't, I'm part of the audience too. Like, I fuck with
Yeah.
like, was it my first favorite anime of 2024? No, it wasn't. But like, hey, Soul 11, I'm happy for you right there. Like, keep doing your thing. Like I said, my favorite anime of 2024 was Kaiju number 8. But like I said, I will watch Freerin. I will watch it and see how it is. Because like I said, I heard everyone saying it's good, and I believe it is. Like, just give me some time and I'll watch. Because actually, I'm finally watching Full Metal Brotherhood, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Because hear me out. When I watched the original one, I didn't like it, and it
You
kind of
didn't
turned.
even like the original? The
I didn't.
original, man.
I really could
As
get
a
into
kid,
it.
I watched it probably 5 times. I loved it.
Like I really could get into it. I'm not hating on it. I could get into it, but like that's why it kind of turned me away from Brotherhood. I'm like, okay, let me finally watch Brotherhood right now.
It definitely
And I was,
wasn't kid focused. It was more seinen. It's
oh,
definitely more
that
adult themes.
it is adult theme.
Yeah.
And speaking of that, what's funny is that Rob from Shonen Showdown, I literally just watched his video. He said that Don was marketed wrong, and he explained how Donna should be marketed as what's
Older.
yes,
Yes, I agree.
because like that first
It's
episode
not
right
for
there,
kids.
yes, because that first episode right there kind of turned people away from that. Because like I said, it looked at me like, oh, it's gonna be some funny animes or something, which I thought so too. I thought so too, but
Mm-hmm.
like I was like, oh shit, this shit
It
is
gets
kind of dark right
very,
there.
it gets dark. It's just silly,
It's
but
like it's a horror. Like, it's horror
yes, it's
and
pure
freaky.
horror. But
Like I said, it should have been nominated as what's the adult version of anime called again?
seinen.
So yeah,
Well,
it should have been like with that
there's
first.
shonen, seinen, and shoujo.
It should have been with
Shoujo's for
Simon.
girls. Seinen
Yeah,
is 18 plus.
yeah,
Shonen is like
yeah.
13 to
It ain't
15
no show.
ish.
It's definitely on the sign inside right there. Like it should have been marketed better like that. Which shout out to Rob Showdown. Like he did follow me right there. Like, I got that guy a shout out right there. He's the reason why I was doing these tier lists. So shout out to him. But yeah, like it was marketed wrong. But as we said before, y'all was saying that Donna is weird. But y'all watched Goblin Slayer in that first episode. We talked about this before right there. But like if y'all can watch the first episode of Goblin Slayer and be cool with that, don't talk shit about Donovan. That's all I'm gonna say right there.
Yeah, I
All I'm gonna
mean,
say right there.
in the naysayers' defense, the Goblin Slayer setting was more prone for that to happen.
Yes, true,
But
true.
also, I mean, they're saying banana. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah,
Like, they clearly state if you listen to anything alien related, and people are like, I got probed, that means
yeah,
they literally stuck something up your butt
Yeah.
and they took your DNA to create another like that's the
Yeah,
whole point of
exactly. Yeah,
aliens.
yeah.
If you read anything alien, it's
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna see the video of him talking about that right there. But yeah, man, that's what I've been watching. But I said next month I got a lot more I'm gonna be watching. But like I said, I'll talk about that more about next. Talk about that. I'll be talking more about that next week right there. But three talk about we want to talk about today, guys. This was fun as always with my guy Ralph. Listen, Fire Force Season 3 was good.
Mhm.
Like I said, how they're gonna animate everything in those last 12 episodes right there. That's gonna be tough. I mean, things I guess from what Ralph was saying that some things are gonna be taken out. You're gonna have to cut some things right there.
Yeah, and now I want to reread it, so I'm probably gonna do that.
Yeah, I mean you got time. You have until 2026
Oh,
January.
don't say that. What the
You have
dude?
half a year, baby. You have half a year.
Golly, that's
You
so
have half a
ridiculous.
year. But as
That's
always,
so
folks, if
ridiculous.
you watch this video, please give this video a like, comment the video, share the video. I'm at 500 subscribers now, so half more to get to 1,000 right there.
Okay,
So
okay.
let's get it, let's get it, let's
Let's
get
do
it.
it.
Like I said, I do appreciate everyone that's been the 3 minutes journey right there. But like I said, you also be seeing some more Tears videos because like I said, I've Tears videos I've done other cons right there. Then the Jingon one was like the biggest one ever. So like that's gonna be a lot of fun to edit right there. But yes, I said like the video, subscribe to Paranox family, comment the video, be sure to follow my social media accounts in the description box below, and watch the Steelers videos. They're fun. You know what I'm saying? Like that might be my thing now. That might be my thing. So but we'll see where it goes from there right there. But that's what folks. You have a good night. Y'all take it easy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Peace.